This is an It Came From Gen X video.
Okay, we did have a death in the world of pop culture. Mad Magazine's former artist, Al Jaffe, he was 102 years of age, bless his heart. He was a staple in that magazine for many, many years. So, gosh, all the way back into the 60s, I think he was, let's see here, Jaffe divides a picture. Yeah, so just many, many years. So he was known for, they had an ongoing bit in Mad Magazine, snappy answers to stupid questions. So that was, Al Jaffe's, one of his most known art in the magazine. They had spin-off books of this collaboration or collections, not collaborations, but collections. I have some of these as I picked up as a kid. I was a pretty avid reader of Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine as a child. I still have a bunch of them to this day from the 70s and the early 80s. So just a couple things. I don't know if you remember Al Jaffe or not, and then just in general, were you a Mad Magazine reader, and were there other artists that come to mind, or ongoing, just ongoing features of Mad Magazine in general that you would have mentioned here? So, Keith, first of all, are you familiar with Al Jaffe or his segment, Snappy Answers, Stupid Questions? Anything you want to add?
The name rings a bell. The segment, definitely. When I was a kid, money didn't come by very often, but when it did, I looked up for every opportunity to get me the latest Mad Magazine. It was my entertainment to go in my room and sit up under a lamp on my bed and then just crack up. It was funny. There was a little bit of naughtiness to it, and some of the stories and illustrations. So I felt like I was, something naughty, the over-exaggeration of some of the women's, and I absolutely love me some Crack and some Mad Magazine. I thought you had to be kind of an intelligent kid to get some of the humor.
Yeah.
I felt like I was part of something unique. I would show stuff to other people, and they were just like, I don't get it, You even had to be on top of pop culture. And that's saying something without all the internet stuff that we had. But some of the humor was related to current issues of pop culture. And I thought it was just done brilliantly. Some of the cracks, they said some of the things that people thought but were afraid to say. They highlighted some of the, like, wait a minute, that is stupid, I just absolutely loved it. Spy versus Spy, all these different things. And they always picked a movie to do their own version of and kind of change the dialogue a little bit. To something maybe you wish they had us said. I just absolutely love Mad Magazine and all the special, snappy answers to stupid questions and all the little segments. Definitely.
Very good. Skinner, any thoughts on Al Jaffe or Mad Magazine or anything in general?
Don't forget, and I love the fold the page thing at the back where you fold the pages right to make it big. Love that part.
Yeah, very clever.
Know the name, know the magazine, but that wasn't something that I was into when we were younger.
Well, like I said, you had to be kind of an intelligent kid to watch.
Yeah. I was the Star Wars kid, and I was, the comic book kid, but for some reason I didn't get into that. But I know when we were cleaning out Mama Didi's house a couple years ago, I ran into that book. I think I'd given it to you, Fish. Did you have a chance to go over that? Anything
a little
good
bit
in there?
Absolutely.
It was a hard copy book for Mad Magazine that we found from her late husband, and first person I thought of was Fish when I saw it.
I'm actually behind me here. We've mentioned this before on the show, but is the original Mad Magazine game here. So a lot of great artwork on the game board here, panels from the magazine throughout the years. That was one thing, and you brought up some good points there, Keith. As a kid, it was adult. It was an adult magazine. It was adult humor, and our parents let us read that and collect it, not really probably understanding what was all in it. So it was like an early exposure to almost like to the internet in some respects.
Yeah,
like you say, you had the pop culture references, like you say, and you had some racy things in it.
And there were some
crazy.
words. there was words that I never actually knew. I inferred a little bit, but I didn't really know what they meant until I got older. Like camp, they use camp a lot. This is camp, that is camp. Like, what do you mean by that? So it was a lot of things I learned from that I probably shouldn't have learned at a young age, but it was on the line there.
Absolutely. I remember even in grade school, I had me an Alfred E. Newman shirt, What Me Worry and stuff. I just thought that was so cool. Yeah.
One of the great characters of all time.
Absolutely. Well, rest in peace, Al. Just the humor is one thing, and that's fine. But if the artwork to support the humor really took both those magazines, Mad and Crack, to a new level. And anytime I look at one of those panels of some of the artwork there, it just takes you back to those good times as a kid.
Yes.
Enjoying those magazines and just my own personal time and all that type of stuff. So
yeah, I would hold on to money like a miser when I was a kid, but that was one thing I didn't mind spending my $1.79 or whatever for. Give me a Mad magazine.
My parents would take me to the grocery store, and one thing they would let me do, they would shop every Friday. I looked forward to this every Friday to go to the grocery store because I could hang out by the magazine rack and read
that was
Mad
me
and
too.
Crack magazine while they shopped, and then usually I was able to pick out a magazine at the end of the shopping trip as well to take home.
Yep, same story here. I love going. I went to the A&P with my mom. Couldn't wait to get to the magazine rack.
Yep, very good.
Hey, this is Skinner from ItCameFromGenX. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and like, and we'll see you next time.